Hello. Oh, that seems a little loud. Let me know if I'm loud, guys. Go pause the link. Channel. It is this one. Yeah. You. Oh, guys, I'm gonna be fairly sorry. I know why that sounded. It sounds awful. One moment. Oh boy. I hope that worked. For any ear bleeding that I caused. I didn't mean it, I swear. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Why is stream frozen? Okay, there it goes. I want to share this. Copy. Boo. I didn't want that. Got it. Alright, so there we go. There's that. No, I actually want that up. Alright, guys, so, sorry. There's a little, setup confusion. Let me make sure I have, that there. Okay, well, let's do it this way. Move stuff around on screens real quick. There we go. Ah, that works. So there, everything is all set up. I got my mic. I got my lights. I got beautiful lights now. Big, beautiful lights. Best lights you've ever seen. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys watched my video from last night, but yeah, I was installing a shop light and the bulb just kind of plop and smashed and shattered everywhere. I still have glass everywhere. Hey, Dave. Everything sound good on your end? And smashed and shattered everywhere. I still have glass everywhere. But hey, Dave. It's kind of a rat's nest of wires up there because it's kind of the lights are kind of that I have are goofy, but they work. Everything still works. It all has power. The only thing I don't like about this new shop light is I can't turn it on and off. Like this one has like a little pull string here that I can turn on and off. The other one you just have to unplug. It has like a 6-inch cord and you just have to plug it in and unplug it. So because I have another one here, I just don't have bulbs for it though because I took the bulbs out of this one to put in the other one because these two bulbs didn't work when they were in the same thing, but they work in another one. But you can see it has like that, like a little 6-inch cord, and then that's it. There's no on-off switch. There's nothing there. It's just that. So I have to plug it in every time. Kind of annoying. But I just put what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get lights for this, and I can set this one and the other one like side by side, hopefully. So that I have an extension cord with 3 outlets, and then I can plug all of my lights into one. Ideally, plug them all into one cord, and it'll all work. Hopefully, I haven't measured it all out to make sure it works, but that's what I'm hoping for. So some exciting stuff over the last few weeks. We'll start with the big news. That doesn't seem to be popping up. Went out for my Livestream title. I hate this. That's so weird. That is very weird. Like, that should have, give me a moment, guys. Sorry. Where is this? Go to this. It didn't update my, whenever I started this from, sorry if you had an echo too. Whenever I started this from, OBS, I hate using that. I'm afraid to put my wrist on here, but, when I started this from OBS, it asks for a stream name and a description, and I have all that so I have it all preset whenever I use OBS, and none of that loaded in, and that's kind of annoying. I don't know why it didn't load in, but it didn't. Where are all the, there. They're all going to be here. For whatever reason. I hate having to do the, video management while making the thing. It's so annoying having to do this during the live stream because I set it all up right before, and it posted it. That's so weird because so instead of actually naming it to the correct live stream, it posted it as an upcoming live stream and just called this one whatever and gave it no description for some reason. So yeah, so we're gonna fix this live. Yeah, we'll just copy that and post that there, and we can get rid of this link because that website no longer exists. All right, save. Changes are saved. I'm going to refresh the stream. Yes, YouTube is a pain, Dave. It is. Got it. There we go. 50 sub live stream. That's what it should have said in the beginning instead of whatever it said. So today I hit 50 subscribers, and I was actually kind of happy about that. I know generally people look at the first big milestone of 100, but I look at it as I'm halfway to 100. So I'm actually really excited about that. I was sitting at most of the day, I was sitting at 49, and then I posted in content creators that I was short one subscriber from being able to do title this, my 50 sub live stream. I also kind of said that I was going to start moving these live streams to my other channel, but I kind of had more shop news than I did life news, so they're here. Yep, that's what I look. I got the ball rolling, and I got views coming in. I have subscribers coming in. I'm trying to work on, I don't know if I want to say production, but quality of videos. Like my lighting. My lighting has been terrible forever because I've only had one shop light that I move from above my desk here to above my workbench to above my desk to above my workbench and kind of move it around as needed. I don't even always move it around. I just kind of leave it in one place. But now I have two. I technically have three lights. Just no bulbs. So hopefully I might get some from work. Just maybe. If people are nice. Hey Bob, how you doing? Thank you for subscribing earlier and being my 50th subscriber. I will tell you, I cannot remember my first subscriber because I've been doing YouTube for so long that I can't remember that far back. But congrats on being my 50th. So that's the first big news out the way. Second news, I've kind of already said too. I have more lights. I have a glorious second light. So I'm not sitting in darkness either over at my computer or if I'm sitting in darkness over at my workbench, depending on where I move the light to that day. Because how I had it set up is the light that's currently above my desk here. I would take one hook and switch it to the one over here, and then I'd switch it back and forth and back and forth as needed. Now I don't do that. Now I just have two lights. I have a third one that needs bulbs, and it's all good. But last night I posted a video of when I was trying to install that the first time. Somehow one of the bulbs got turned while installing and fell out. And then the second one also got turned and fell out after. But the difference is the first one shattered, and there is still glass and white powder all over my workbench and all over my floor. I got the majority of it, but I'm still seeing like little glass shards. Like there's like one like right here. I guess that's still a thing I'm dealing with. You can't really see it, but yeah. So I gotta continue to vacuum that up. I want to be finding glass for the next eternity. Because of that. Unfortunately, that's not the first bulb I've broken in this basement. My neighbor gave me before he gave me these lights. Even I didn't even have this shop light that I got from my old boss. He just gave me a whole bunch of fluorescent tube bulbs. He just gave them. He's like, "Here, do you want these?" I'm like, "No, not really." He's like, "Well, take them anyway." I'm like, "Okay, maybe I'll look into getting some shop lights." Well, I ended up a couple weeks later getting one from my my now old boss, but yeah, and those I had no way to store them. He just had a bunch of them laying around, so they got broken. A couple of them. I think I broke 3 of those, but they were all over on the other side of the basement that I don't go in very often. Yes, they make a terrible mess. They're no fun cleaning up because you just deal with the glass forever. What else? Exciting news. So you guys know from previous live streams, I'm growing strawberries this year, and I'm very excited about those. Those are actually, they're starting to grow. They're starting to sprout up, so I'm happy those are growing. I planted a whole bunch of stuff in like little plastic trays. I need to move to bigger pots because they're not going to get in the ground this year. So I'm going to try to grow them, what I have planted, out of pots. And also what wasn't destroyed by rainwater, because they just so happened to be in a location that was able to get doused in hard rainwater, and it destroyed some of them. So, but some of it's still growing, so I'll at least want to try and plant it. But everything is growing great, and I'm very happy. My green beans kind of took a hit. They got a little too much sunlight one day, it looks like, and they got a little fried. But they might be salvageable, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they start to grow or if they wither away. Trying to think. Yeah, they're just starting to get going. The little sprouts are just starting to pop up. I was having trouble because I didn't put down mulch or anything. I was having a little bit of trouble telling what was strawberries, and I didn't think weeds would get into the raised garden bed, but they got into the raised garden bed, and you can tell it's just like blades of just grass, whereas I believe the strawberries have like little leaves coming out. Also, there was you could tell there was a tree because we have the big tree out back, and it dropped all of its seeds and whatnot recently, and you could see the tree leaf, and I was like, well, that's a tree, that's gone. This is grass. That's gone. Other stuff, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a strawberry. I don't know if it's a weed. I want to let it grow for now and determine later. Because I didn't mark exactly where I planted them. I have a rough idea of where they're planted, but I didn't put an exact mark here. So I know there was another big thing, but my brain's just kind of dead after the last week. I've been doing a lot of design work. Oh, that's what it was. I designed a new logo for the channel. If you haven't noticed, if you haven't seen, that is looking very nice. Fix it during the video. Just yeah, Bob. That is because of how I have to use my phone. I can't live stream directly from my phone. So I have to use my phone as a webcam or go buy a webcam that I don't have money for to do live streams. And I have to use an app in my phone. I can't just set it up to be a webcam. You have to use an app. And that app creates a slight delay. I know you're new to the live stream, so I do apologize for that. Just kind of, it happens. It's a side effect of me being a little cheap and not wanting to buy a webcam that I don't 100% need. You know, if YouTube didn't set that new policy of you need 1,000 subscribers to stream from their mobile app, I'd be doing that. I've thought about using OBS app to stream from, but I just kind of haven't had time to play with it. I'm just kind of like, I'll just do this because I feel like sitting down. You know, I'm not going anywhere. If I do need to go somewhere short distance, like the end of my workbench, I can almost take my phone. Like I have a 10-foot cord for that. But yeah, so this past week, I got sidetracked there. This past week, I did my my new logo. So I want to use that logo in a video for the channel trailer. So I posted pictures in Content Creators. I'm not sure if you two saw that or not. If you guys want to check that out, I'm trying to work on a design to use it in, and I want your opinion on what orientation looks better. If you guys get a chance to check that out, give me 1 second. Castro's on my mic wire. That hurt. Just need my drink. Sprite. A little thirsty. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so you guys might notice me. You might see me wear this shirt a lot. This olive green with this little. It's a Myers company. You might see me wear these a lot. This is literally one of my favorite shirts. It's like a really light, airy fabric. I'm sorry, I'm bashing my mic around. And it's very comfortable. It is one of the most comfortable shirts I own. I got it from free because my old boss's daughter works for them, and she brought a bunch of them to the shop when I worked at the shop. I messaged her today, and she's going to look for me to see if she can find me some more of these shirts, because my lord, do I love their shirts. They're also a great company. Unfortunately, they don't have an online store, a efficient online store for me to direct you to their store. So you guys can buy stuff from them, because they have good deals, and I really love their service. The customer service is great. Great company. Shirts and hats, a lot of work. I used to too when I worked at the shop, but the office, they just give free food, I guess. They don't get free shirts and hats and mugs and cooling towels, all that fun stuff. Like I got a free cooling towel, one time from one company. That's nice. I like them. Um, they do my work does every quarter. They do financial quarter. They do a safety awards thing, and they give out something with the company logo on it. Like I have an Under Armour jacket. I got a nice Nike pullover. They have nice hats they've given out. Uh, I got a company beanie. I don't want to say the company I work for. I don't want to publicly say who I work for. And I also try to avoid wearing anything the company that I work for gives to me. So I just try to avoid that in videos. And it's hard because they make really nice stuff. They give us really nice stuff. But that's all I ever get at the office anymore. You know, I don't get these nice shirts that I get to wear on stream and are comfy. What was I going to say? Or something with the CNC I wanted to talk about. Nothing super technical. Oh well. I gotta find my notes. I refuse to buy a cap. I'll be damned if I'm gonna pay so I can be a billboard for them. They should pay me to advertise for them. I mean, it depends what the hat is. Like if it's a sports team, I want a sports team hat, you know. I don't really, I mean, yes, it's sort of advertising, but it's also saying I'm a fan of this team and I support them. But if it's like some like random company, I'm probably not going to wear their hat. I'm not going to pay for it. Heating, I work for heating and cooling, so everyone that makes boilers, pumps, air conditioners, furnaces, anything, all love to yap your ear off, buy you lunch, toss you a hat, and a nice pen at you. Yeah. I didn't get a lot of pens at the shop. We always got t-shirts, mostly t-shirts. I was very upset. The company that produces the CNC machine that I programmed and operated, and the program they use for programming that machine, they sent us a shirt for their software whenever we upgrade our software. But they never asked what size that you wanted a shirt in. They just sent a large shirt. It's just large. So I was like, well, that's not fitting me. Someone else gets to have this. I always got first dibs on shirts too when I was at the shop because I worked in the office part of the shop. So I got them first dibs. But so I have been working on some videos. I haven't started the filming of the videos, but I've started getting the ball rolling with the videos because there's some CNC videos this week. I've got my trailer. I've started the design process for that because it's a CNC based video, and I have another sign that I'm going to do. I got that video coming up as well. So I have started the ball rolling on those videos for this week. Hopefully it'll be on the next week. It's a matter of I gotta see how much CNC time they're gonna take. Actually, they're gonna be out not this week, but next week. It'll be I want to say because I know they're not gonna be done by this weekend, so probably late next week, probably like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Y'all are youngins. I'm 64. Back in the day, everyone gave caps for the very reason that you are advertising for them. Go to Napa, buy a part, walk out the part, and a free cap. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like a Napa cap. I'm not gonna go buy a Napa cap. You know, like I said, if it's just like some store, I'm not gonna go buy their a hat for them. But like I said, I gave the example of a sports team. I would, if I'm going to, I'm in the Pittsburgh area, so if I'm going to a Pirates game, I'm probably gonna buy a Pirates hat. You know, support the team. Yeah, yeah. Like Dave just said, he still gets free stuff, but he has to watch the pony show first, the dog and pony show. Meaning he has to go through all the BS of the speech of why you should buy our product instead of just here, I bought your product, here's a free hat. Just more glass, more glass. I'm finding it everywhere. Gotta love it. And this is very unfortunate because this weekend when I was working on my I did a video showing how to export a bunch of different G code from a bunch of different softwares into two other softwares for running the machine, and my butt started hurting because this little Craftsman stool is not comfortable after long hours of use. So I went and grabbed an old pillow to ease my tush, and yeah, I got glass all over it last night. I vacuumed it off good though, so my ass pillow is good. Um, oh, I know what I'll show you guys. 1 second. I don't have you guys set up on a tripod, so you're just kind of sitting on the bench. I started work again after months and months and months of this just sitting in the background of videos. Come on. Come on. Don't hit it off anything. Working. Okay, yeah. So also in future reference, don't buy a mic with a 16-foot cord. But I started work on this right here. Sorry, I know the lights are bright. I drilled the four of the 8 holes I want to do, and cut some pegs. Started cutting the pegs for the coat rack that build that I've had going on for like a year. It's been like a year. So there's that. I started that this week. Not doing a video on that because lost footage and corrupt files. All right, see you, Bob. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping. I really need to start writing the list of everything I want to talk about. Just jot it down, talk about it. And I have it for the thing. Yeah, well, this here was made for less than $15. Yeah, bullet points. I just need to start writing them down and keep them because I was like, oh, they want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, you know. But I made this was less than $15. It was a 2x8 or 2x10 base that was that was probably $15, but I really only used less than 2 feet of it. It was an 8-foot board that I used less than 2 feet of. And then I had an 8-foot long 2x2 furring strip. That was $3, and then another $3 for the dowel rod. I mean, it's my cheap coat rack. It's not a pretty coat rack. It's a cheap coat rack. It's functional. But I made a little angle jig for cutting the holes on an angle. I'd start them off. I got my drill here. It's a 1/2 inch bit, so it has a little. I'd say probably like an 1/8 tip on it, just for getting the hole started. So I'd start that, get that started straight, and then I'd grab the jig and hit it at an angle. So, and I only went down about like 1/2 inch or so. Those are going to be held in with glue, and I figure that'll probably be good. Yes, cheap and easy. It is. It is a cheap and easy build. It's just, I don't know, tedious maybe. Will that be the word I'll use? I mean, it's just something I'm not interested in building. I was interested at first, but the base I got was, one, I felt it was too small, and two, when I was trying to fit it, because I made the base out of 2 pieces of wood. I did the top piece had a cutout for the pole to fit through to kind of secure it on all sides, and then the bottom was just going to screw into the pole, and those pieces were glued together. And I was trying to fit this shape into it. I actually have a cutoff right here, or sorry, this shape into it, and it's the wood split. And I was like, well, I could glue this together, or I can go buy something else. And I determined I was going to go buy something else, which led to the 2x10, I think. Yeah, it took me a while to get the money for the 2x10 because I'm perpetually broke, and but once I did get it, then I just had that board sit there forever before I cut it because I didn't have the same motivation as when I started. And yeah. I might, Dave. I might just say, well, sorry, lost some footage. AKA didn't record footage of where I got to this point. I do have footage up to pretty much. I have footage for most of this. Some of the footage actually is on DTube right now. But I don't know if you can rewatch it because DTube is weird and you can only watch stuff that's like a week old. After that, it doesn't work. Plus post, then show drilling the jig, glue up, and sanding. Yeah, I think that might be what I do because I did show how I put the base and this together. And I did a bonus thing because the 2x10 I used I think it's 20 inches for the base of the thing, but then I did like another 2 feet of it that I used for a base for my scroll saw because how I cut the hole for the base of this was with my scroll saw. So I did like kind of a 2-in-1 video whenever I originally edited it to show I'm making this base for the scroll saw so I can use it for this project. And then it ended up still being 30 minutes, and I was kind of irritated by it. I never uploaded it, but I might upload it. I think we talked about it before. And then I might do like what you said, show the drilling and gluing of the pegs, and then do like sanding for it. I might do that. So I am slightly more encouraged and more encouraged every day to do a review on my Ryobi sander, but I'm waiting. I need to do a bunch of signs because what I want to do is just use it for my signs. Whenever I paint them, I can just run it across the belt sander once or twice real quick to get a majority of the paint off and then move on with a palm sander at a lower grit or a higher grit, I should say. So I want to do like a batch of them real quick just to see how fast you can go with all these signs. You can get out of all of them done all at once instead of sitting there with a hand sander. Kind of make it any woodworker and the CNC video because that's kind of the channel. I do my little specialty in the CNC, but I am overall just kind of woodworker. So No, I've never tried epoxy just because the grooves of the signs I use, they're just so tiny. Like you can barely see them. So I don't know how well epoxy would work in one of those little grooves. I could try it in, there are some signs I want to do where I would like to do an epoxy fill, where I do, it's called 2.5D carving. So what I would do instead of how I just kind of outline, like the campfire season, I just outline that wording. What I do is I would pocket out the area around that, so there would be like amount of depth, like we'll say like a 1/4 inch. The letters would be sticking off an offset of the backboard 1/4 inch, and then I could fill that with epoxy. That's something I want to try at some point, but I want to do it on real wood and not plywood. Like I do a lot of plywood signs because I get scrap plywood for free. But it works for signs, so it just kind of works out. Use what you got. Don't worry about what you don't. I do have my plans still for my headphone set, or my headphone case. I see my mother not this weekend, but next weekend for Father's Day. My mother's side of the family is doing a family reunion that Saturday, and then Father's Day I'm going to go spend with my dad, actually. So I got a trip back home, not this weekend, but next weekend. This weekend I'm going up to my buddy's. He's having a party, and pretty much just bring an air mattress. He's going to have food and drinks and everything. So I'm going up to his place to go to his party. Going to be staying there, sleeping in a tent, and hopefully my one friend's coming over Friday, and hopefully I can convince him to move in with me. Hopefully. He's been having a rough time lately, and been kind of down on his luck. I don't want to try to help him out. He helped me out a lot in college. I thought I had a trash can. I guess not. He helped me out a lot in college, so I kind of want to help him out now. Currently in a situation of pretty much homeless, sleeping on someone they're not even a good friend, just someone he knows, just sleeping on their floor. Uh, you know, doesn't really have a job. But he also is living in a very rural area where there aren't a lot of jobs available. So I live in the city. There's jobs everywhere. Every place is hiring in the city. So it would, I'd like to help him, find a job, for a bit and, give him some place to stay, because I have a spare room. One moment. Apologize. Girlfriend came down for, she wanted to let me know all of the Jello shots. We made a bunch of Jello shots for the party. She wanted to let me know all the Jello shots were done. So I think she made 3 flavors. So we'll see how they all turned out. I know the apple cinnamon ones are good, but she did 2 other flavors we haven't done before. So we'll see. But hopefully I can get my buddy to move in. He's coming Friday night. I've been messaging him back and forth for a while, but about trying to get him to move in. He's like, man, I don't want to feel like a bum. I don't want to feel like a burden. I don't want to, I feel like not helping you. I'm just stealing from you and blah, 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 blah. I was like, dude, you helped me in college so much. It's just me repaying the favor. If it takes him, a month living here to find a job, so be it. I'm not super stingy about stuff. When he can help, he can help. So I'm trying to convince him to move in. So that'd also be help for me with bills, because we factored the house we're living in. We factored 3 incomes, and then I had a roommate move out after the 4th month of the year lease. So I've been perpetually broke ever since and can't afford to move out. It's just fantastic. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so that's this weekend. And next weekend, like I said, I'm going to my mother's we're doing a family reunion. I want to make something. That's what I want to make one of the signs for. I want to make a sign for the family reunion, because they do a penny auction, or not a penny auction, a Chinese raffle. And everyone just brings something. They bring a little item, and they raffle it off. They used to do bingo. You do bingo, and you got to choose a reward. So, yeah, he's pretty much homeless. His parents, they got sick of him not being able to get a job, and they kicked him out. So he's been homeless. Like I said, he was living with his parents, but they kicked him out. A little bit of yard work, weed the garden, keep building the coop. Yeah, my weekend's going to be Friday night. Me, my buddy, we're not going to go gamble at the casino, but we're going to park our car at the casino, and we're going to go for a walk along the river. Because he recently broke up with his girlfriend, and I'm not going to get into the whole situation with that, but just talk about shit with him about that. So we're going to go for a walk along the river, and then help clear his head some. And then Saturday, I'm taking him. It's going to be him, me, my girlfriend. We're going up to my other buddies, which is about an hour north. We're going to that party. We're all going to be drunk off our ass. And then come home Sunday. And at what point on Sunday, I don't know. Because we're going to be drunk off our ass the night before. So when we get up, we get up. That's just how it's going to be. My buddy is nice enough. He has tents for everyone, so we're all just going to sleep out in tents in his yard. But yeah, Sunday after the headache lessons. I really don't get hangovers. I just sleep a lot more. Like that's my hangover. I just want to sleep. Shut up so I can sleep. I don't get a headache. I don't feel sore and achy. I just tired. But yeah, it's my weekend. Hopefully is going to be fun. Hopefully. And then next week, I don't have anything planned out really for next week, other than getting stuff done on the CNC. I want to start that tomorrow. I might have a video starting restoration on the table saw / router table. I might do that this week. It's a quick video. It's going to be me taking the base, putting an airbrush in the drill, and not an airbrush, putting a wire brush tip in the drill, cleaning out all the rust and cleaning off all the paint off of the base and repainting it. That's pretty much going to be the first part. And then I can actually use the router table part then. The table saw needs some work, so there's that. Yeah. Oh, I drank enough to get hungover. I drink till I can't remember sometimes. Like if I go to a party and I'm drinking, I will sometimes drink till I just black out and don't remember shit. Last time I did that was New Year's. I just met our new neighbors. I was sitting out on my porch drinking a bottle of wine. I think I only had a glass at the time, but it had turned into a bottle. And on top of this, I had not eaten pretty much all day. I had eaten very minimally. I didn't have any dinner, any substantial amount of food. And they invited me over. So I was over. I had 2 or 3 beers. I had 2 Jaeger bombs. Then the neighbor gave me 2 shots of like something else. Like there are 2 different shots she gave me. After that, I don't remember. I don't remember getting home. I mean, we live 2 feet apart, but I don't remember. I thought I left my Jaeger over at their house because I took my own Jaeger to do Jaeger bombs. And yeah. There's no vomiting. They told me I didn't vomit. I didn't find any vomit in the house. I don't remember getting up to go to the toilet to vomit at any point. So, and the next day I just slept till like 1 p.m. That's all. I didn't get out of bed till 1. But I was fine. I was just kind of like, okay, I want some greasy food to wake me up. Greasy food make me feel better. But yeah, no. If I don't eat, that is super lightweight. And also, once I start drinking and I get like a light buzz going, I have the tendency to not be able to say no. Hence the reason I was already drunk after the bottle of wine, so every time they offered me a beer, I said yes. And every time they offered me a shot, I said yes. And at some point, I felt like just doing Jaeger bombs, so I went and got my Jaeger and Red Bull. That was my first experience meeting the new neighbors. It was great. And we're best friends now. I actually have to ask him because the old neighbor that lived there, he's the one who gave me all the bulbs that I ended up giving back to him because I was tired of breaking. I want to see if he left any in the basement anywhere so I can maybe get the other one. The other one hooked up. But yeah. Hopefully I don't get that bad at my buddy's party. I'll feel kind of bad. Because my buddy that's coming over Friday has to share a tent with me and my girlfriend. So, unfortunately, he doesn't get an air mattress. He just gets a pile of sleeping bags, and I want to try and wash the one sleeping bag because it might have glass on it from the light bulb because it's laying on the floor over there. It was dirty, so I wanted to wash it because of that. But now I want to wash it because it might have glass in it. I'm just going to give him 3 sleeping bags and some foam. Some foam to put down under the sleeping bags. My buddy's making tacos. We're going to have tacos. Oh, no. No. I can almost guarantee I'm picking up a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 on my way there. And we're bringing like 100 Jello shots. So people better eat some Jell-O because I don't want to take all the Jell-O home again. That's what happened last time. No sponge. No tacos. Terrible drinking base. But tacos are so good. I'm just going with what my buddy's making. I'll probably take a bunch of chips and I'll eat chips the whole time. I'll probably take it slow. My issue on New Year's Eve was not having food and just drinking an entire bottle of wine before going into a house filled with alcohol that was just being offered to me left and right. I'll try chips. I'll try to eat a bunch of chips. I got bags and bags of chips. Let's see. As long as I eat, like I said, if I eat before, I'm fine. I'm good. I don't really get drunk. But if I eat after, is when it gets bad. That's when it gets really bad. If I drink an entire bottle of Mad Dog 2020, then it gets bad, regardless of eating. Oh, got some fun stories with that one too, but I'm only going to have one bottle, so it should be good. It's when I get past one bottle. I know I sound like a bit of an alcoholic right now, but I really don't drink that often. Normally the most I have is like one beer with dinner. If you don't eat before, you're essentially drinking because you're hungry. I mean, yeah. Sometimes there's just that bad week and you just want to just drink to relax. And you forget to eat. That happens. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to get into Mad Dog stories because those. I'll say this much. I remember finishing 1.5 bottles. I had 2.5 bottles in the house. I don't remember much of getting to bed. And I woke up to 3 empty bottles of Mad Dog 2020. Apparently, we partied with the old neighbor and a guy that lives in a house out behind us. Partied with him pretty hard, and I don't remember it. I remember a bottle and a half, not 2.5 bottles. I consumed an extra bottle that I can't account for. We'll leave it at that. I don't get drunk often, but when I do, boy, it's always with people I probably shouldn't. But yeah, like I said, I sound like an alcoholic now, but I don't get drunk often. It's normally a beer with dinner or a beer before bed if I do drink. Like, I had a beer this week because I was like, I just want to relax, read a book, enjoy a beer. And that was it. That's all I had. I like Bob's his view on if you need it, you're an alcoholic. If you just want it, you're fine. And that's how I look at it. I just wanted a beer with before bed. I really don't hang with the wrong crowd. It's just my neighbor, people tend to encourage me to drink more whenever I'm already drunk. So yeah, that's why it's like I probably shouldn't party with them that much. Should probably try to have a little more self-control. One thing I wanted to announce. So since I'm halfway, I should have said this earlier in the stream. And for anyone who would be rewatching it, because I'm going to be getting off soon, I'm halfway to 100 subscribers. At 100 subscribers, I'm going to be making a sign and doing a small giveaway. So whenever we do get to 100 subscribers, or closer to, you're going to see a video popping up asking kind of like some design ideas. I have some in mind, but I kind of want to see what other people think when we get closer to that number. So I'll keep that in mind. I wanted to make a little announcement about it because I thought of it already. And I already thought of how I'm going to do it. I want to use pretty much everyone who, if you want to enter, you comment. In the comment section, not on this video. I'll make an announcement video for it. And you're going to comment, and then I'm going to put your name in a selection randomizer that will randomly select a name, and then I will announce the winner in another video and tell them to get a hold of me on Discord, because Discord is like the easiest place to get a hold of me. And we will work it out from there. But that's when we get closer. Because like I said, I already have that kind of thought up and planned out on what I want to do with that. So that is that. I'm thinking back to my deep thoughts while I talk, so it's kind of trying to work my brain. Well, I kind of do. I have my workshop email, the email that's linked to this YouTube. And I thought of that, but then that also opens the possibility of somebody, I guess Discord also opens it up as somebody wrongfully claiming it. Yeah, email is more universal. I do agree with that. I've just seen other people, a lot of other people do giveaways in this same fashion, by communicating with the winner via Discord. So that's why I kind of went with Discord, because I'm also a super Discord fanboy. I love Discord. I don't know why, I just do. There are people that hate it. And there are people that are just kind of like, it's just another messaging and call place. But it is literally one of my favorite services to use. It's my favorite. I don't know if you want to call it a social media. It's not really a social media. I don't know how to describe it, but I love it. Discord is my favorite communication platform. I don't know if I told this story before, but we're gonna leave off on this story of this time my girlfriend tried to get a hold of me. I was sitting down at my computer. I had just gotten home from work. I took off my work pants and put on some jeans or jean shorts or something, and she was back in Ohio at the time. She called me 14 times. 14 times. And I hear a knock at the door all of a sudden. I'm like, who's at my door? Who's knocking at my door? It's like 8 o'clock at night. and my neighbor's knocking, and she's on the phone. She's like, he's safe, he's fine. Do you want to talk to him? And I'm like, huh? And she hands me the phone, and my girlfriend's yelling and screaming at me because I left my phone upstairs and didn't hear my phone ring. And I told her I was on Discord talking to people. I had my headset on, I was talking to people, playing video games, having a good time. I didn't hear my phone. I'm sorry. And I told her, I'm like, if you would have just, messaged me on Discord, you would have got a hold of me. And she just yells at me, I don't remember my Discord login, and I don't have it on this phone, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, sorry? Sorry I scared you? So, yeah, Discord is literally the easiest way. Like, if you cannot reach me, if you can't find me anywhere, shoot me a message on Discord. I started keeping it open again at work. I went a while there. I stopped opening it up. I just kind of just didn't care. I was busy at work. I didn't care about keeping up with Discord. I just kind of in like a little bit of a depressed state for some reason. So I just stopped opening it. But now I keep it open again. So yeah. So hold on. What's this? I drive her nuts. My phone ends up on D&D all the time. Plus all of our coverage, my phone rings only 50% of the time. Only one bar here, 3G. Yeah, that is the one thing about living in the city. You always have coverage. Almost always. It's very rare to not have coverage. I have this weird dead spot when I walk out of my basement door. That's it. If I walk in or out of my basement door, the phone call just drops. I remember I did that on a live stream. It was fine walking out, but once I walked in, it dropped, and I was a little upset. Do not disturb. Okay, I got you. I've never used the do not disturb function on my phone. I just have it on all the time. So, I mean, I think my phone's been on for like a month without being restarted. I should probably restart my phone, but that's a different story. Wow. If I'm in the basement, it might not ring. If my phone is in my pocket, it might not ring. Yeah. My service here is pretty good, which I love. That's actually one of the things they recommend people now whenever you're looking for a home. Check your Wi-Fi reception. Or not Wi-Fi. Your phone reception. Because you don't want to move into a house with no phone reception. Is what they always say. It's like, I could live without phone reception. I have Facebook. I don't want it, but I have Facebook. I have Discord. I can get a landline. A landline's not hard to get. I have fantastic internet. I can get up to 1 gig over 1 gig internet if I wanted to, but I don't want to pay for that much. So I get 75 over 75. For a while, I had 300 over 300, but that was when I had a roommate, and we would both be streaming video games and using a lot of bandwidth. So it seemed more justified. Now it's just me and my girlfriend. I'm the only one who streams, so it just kind of works out better. 75 is much more affordable than 300. But, alright, it is 7 o'clock here, so I'm going to be wrapping up. I might do another live stream maybe tomorrow or Friday on my other channel. 15 over 5. I would, die. I would die. I play too many video games. That's something I don't miss about being back where my mom lives. I mean, I feel like there is higher speed options where my mom's from, but my mom has 25 over 10, and it drives me insane. Every time I go home and visit her, it drives me absolutely insane. But I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go figure out what I'm doing for dinner. If it's set, maybe Jello. I might be doing Jello for dinner. Special Jello. But yeah, I will definitely. I know, Dave, you were on content creators, so I will see you on content creators. I will try and get at least one video up this week, and I think I have 2 for next week. I'm going to try. It's a matter of time management when I get home. Yes, Jello shots. 3 different flavors. But I will see you around later. Have a good night.